Mulaqat with Sukhi Bart.
Welcome after the break. I'm in conversation the man with the Koda who's given up his Koda now, right? It's a Range Rover now.
Yeah.
And Taz
Still got horsepower though.
Yeah. How many horsepower? Taz, you must know. Are you into your cars and stuff?
No, I'm with Majja.
Fast and Furious.
In my videos, Majja. It was all Majja in my video. So only Range Rover.
Okay, we won't ask you. Did you ride the Mudge or?
No, I didn't ride the Mudge. Because another pata nahi hunda koi. You might think they're coming normal. But achanak boom. So you need to be careful back home.
Oh, उन्होंने भी पता मुंडा बलैत
उन्होंने पहले ही खबर आ जाती है उन्होंने पता चल जाता है
Benny, obviously, as we started, you started your career with Aman, really. What's it like then working with other producers? Because you've got a Range Rover with Mr. Harvey Nagra, then you're working with Zeus as well.
It's a bit more relaxed.
You're more relaxed with these guys than you were with Aman.
Reason being is obviously, and Zeus is different as well. Like I said, Harj is younger than me.
Right.
I feel like I can say to him, Harj, we are cheez kar rahe hain, aren't we? Yeah. Aman obviously we're always going to have that respect factor.
Yeah.
And obviously mere damag from the keyboard I'm recording with him. He's recorded so many big artists. And although it doesn't make a difference, you know what I mean? Although, I mean, I'm close, he's the closest person in the industry to me. We're much beyond music, you know what I mean? Yeah. But so it's a bit more relaxing, I can say to Harj. Right. I feel like I can say to him, like I can say to me.
So do you, like when you're working with Harj, your artist of that, where they're just breaking out, do you feel I'm the artist here? No, I don't mean in a, I don't mean in an arrogant way. I mean as in you've been in the, I can say what I want, but where there's likes of Aman, you feel actually Aman's done so much, I can't say to Aman be
not in general life, anyone older than me, I feel like I can't. Jede short hai unna nu bakshna, you know what I mean? But you know I'm coming from. It's that respect factor. It's all it is. Harj appa to chota, I can say to him. Obviously, I respect him. I respect his music. Obviously, you know we're good friends. Yeah. And so it's not that madab or anything like that. But
what kind of music are you doing with Zeus then? Obviously, Zeus is the man of the moment.
We've got it's a dance track.
Right.
I think it's. Maybe it's a touch different from what Zeus normally does.
Okay.
But as normal, he's done a banging job.
Right. Will you have raps and stuff? Because you're, like we were saying, that you are more known for your desi kind of...
Ghana desi, yeah.
Right.
Obviously, music's a touch different. Yeah, we got Ikka on it.
Okay.
He's a very, very, very good rapper from India.
Right.
So, yeah, that's coming out.
Well, you two live in London. Could you ever collaborate? Would you ever collaborate with Benny?
I love collaborations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just never know.
And do you as artists look, when you're collaborating with people, do you kind of like go into it and think, how many followers has he got? And I've got this many, so if I could...
I do. I'm going to check first. No. Tell you what. That's you have to be, you know what I mean. You have to ride on your own. You have to ride on your own horse.
He keeps bringing this Koda back. What colour is this Koda? The Koda 3 then. Just since we talk about Koda.
You don't know kidhar laji kar lena.
Do you write your own songs then?
I've got an input in every one of my songs, I'd like to say.
No, right.
But I'm not a lakhari. But I've got a very good friend of mine, Amrit Mangwal, who I'd say, when I say finish the song, he actually does 95% of it. Right. But we sit together and come out with ideas. Right. You know, whatever, we'd sit together. Yeah. But he's the man behind it, Amrit Mangwal. Oh, I've got Repajit Sandhu. Right. Who wrote Koda.
Yeah, you know, say the names, because I think it's important to recognise the people who write the songs. And obviously on Brit Asia Music Awards, we make sure that there's a songwriters category there, because those are such important people.
When I first started, obviously I didn't know much about music, not that I do now, but obviously you're learning in time. I didn't think much of, you know, you only think it's music and, you know, vocals. And you realise how important writers are. Yeah, and it's a big piece of the pie.
Taz, I mean, would you ever consider of working? Obviously, you're a rapper and you do your own production and stuff. But would you ever look at somebody else and think, you know what, I would like this rap to be maybe be produced by someone else? Would you ever think that? I mean, you're talking about Still Bangles at the moment.
Rockstar always comes through. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't feel like rapping, so I'll tell him to come. But, you know, with Rax, he's like, look, main apne lyrics nahi change karne denge. No matter, he comes in before he even walks into the studio. Like, look, Taz, if that's the case, I'm going home. So, like, he's the only one I give leeway, because he's my brother. I give him the
Right.
joke a lot. But with others, I go quite hard. Idalik nawa, air karnawa, o karnawa. And with production, like, they come to do the vocals or whatever, we'll do it on a little draft, and then I'll say to them, right, go home now, your job's done, the rest is me. Then I'll sit there, I'll produce it, I'll mix it, master it, and that's it.
And you have your own studio?
I have my own studio,
work in your own studio?
That's the biggest investment I made, was because I knew in very early, because I studied it in school and stuff, so I knew in very early stages that I don't want to run around and book time, because I've done that as a kid. I was like, I'm going to learn it myself. So, you know, I used to, not that I'm promoting it, but I used to bunk a lot of other lessons and just strictly do music technology. And then when I found out that, you know, I think I'm at a stage where I can make that risk and go and invest on my equipment, then me pray charity. And because I was like, there's no point in going to university, I know what I want to do. And then obviously my family supported me, and then that's it. I just sat there reading manuals. Them days there weren't no, I said this earlier, there wasn't no YouTube tutorials. Although so you have to learn, acha, this means that, and then because it's at home, the more you keep playing around with it, you just, and I've mastered my craft now. So
but Benny, I mean, you kind of came into music a little bit, not late isn't the word, but obviously is music in your childhood? Because we kind of saw you on the scene, obviously you were with Aman, but then you came onto the scene a bit later on.
It wasn't really, I mean, I hanged about with a lot of singers.
Yeah.
As in where we used to go back to, like, coming back to Punjab again with the Kabaddi. I used to hang about the likes of Balkar Sidhu, Kartar Ramla. Yeah, you know what I mean? The old Gora Chakawala, you know, the Patinda boys again. So we used to hang about in and out of these people.
Patinda,
Kode. My pen is right near them. Khalid Manik Saab, the pen is bilkul nala.
Is that
so,
Jalal?
Jalal, yeah. So you get Bajja Khanna, Jalal, Pairupa, then you get our pen, Dina Kangad. So we actually used to meet him on a regular basis.
Right.
Like literally every other day. Yeah. So obviously me being, I was a kid, I was the mascot of the team, so it's now come on. So I used to see all these people at the time.
Yeah.
So that's the only closest I got.
Thinking Benny and Denungia But you obviously did, because, you know, as well as Benny being a singer and you're doing really well as a singer as yourself, but you were a Kabaddi player as well.
Yeah.
Well, what's the state of Kabaddi? What's happening with Kabaddi? Because these days, Kabaddi's, I mean, I can ask you this question because you've been in there, and you mentioned the great name of Harjeet Brar as well, one of the greatest Kabaddi players, but we never really got him to see on the big stage. I mean, Kabaddi seems to be sort of enthralled with drugs at the moment. They seem to be linking that there's no testing and stuff.
I believe every sport is involved in drugs. Only some people some people hide it, some people don't.
No, but obviously some sports who are on the national level, they're tested and blah, blah, blah. But Kabaddi, there seems to be so many deaths and stuff happening.
It's much cleaner now.
Is it?
I mean, as in, the federation, they do dope tests and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it is getting better. But it's like anything, you can't put a...
Because they were trying to, obviously, in India, Kabaddi is huge now, and you see a lot of Kabaddi. They're trying to take Kabaddi to a national sport. And you see like Kabaddi, women's Kabaddi team. I think New Zealand and India were in the finals, the female finals, which is great to see. Yeah. Why is Kabaddi not so big in England? It's big in the Asian... Midivir, Fojivir, kind of on the tournament style, but not between people of your age.
I mean, for me, I love the sport. It's an amazing sport. I mean, I'd do anything to play it again, but obviously they haven't opened up, you know. But maybe it's the chodar, maybe it's the people behind it. Like you're saying, it's one of them sports that in the last 20 years, since I've seen it since I was a kid, it hasn't. So you need someone to, a bit more, maybe educated. I don't know.
I think the only closest thing to Kabaddi here is probably rugby.
No. Without the ball.
Without the ball.
Without the ball. And without the tops on. And without the shoes on.
That's it. It's a little bit similar.
Yeah.
In that sense. In the setup, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Taz, I think you lost me there.
My bad.
Rugby and Kabaddi are not quite together. But I see what you mean, the big hefty guys.
The whole hefty guys.
Yeah, I understand.
Saying that, we had a rugby people come up to us once when we were playing to say that, expecting to be very good.
Yeah.
So, but they never got nowhere.
There is a skill in Kabaddi, right? It's not just big guys just slapping each other. There is a skill in Kabaddi.
Sport.
It's tactical, probably.
It's a very technical sport.
Yeah.
Very technical.
But at one point, Kabaddi was like where you have to chant Kabaddi, right? Kabaddi, 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 hold your breath. But now it's more time, is that right?
Straight, yeah.
30 seconds.
More explosive now. It's made it more explosive.
And you've sang Kabaddi songs as well?
Yeah. Trying to think which one now.
Okay, well, Benny Dhaliwal thinks of a song. No, guys, thank you very much. Benny, what's obviously, you got Aman's track coming. What else is happening on the Benny Dhaliwal album? More tracks?
Yeah, to be honest, we're going to take it easy now. We released Range Rover.
Yeah.
It's obviously wedding season coming. We're busy with touring.
Right.
Back to India very soon again. Canada, Norway, here, there. Back in between we work on the album. Hopefully dropping Mr. Dr. Zeus's track soon.
Okay.
Tell them and see what happens.
Brilliant. And Taz, you've got good things happening on the horizon for you?
Going Pakistan soon, very soon, in a couple of months. Then from there going India. It's going to be a lot of international stuff going on. That's amazing. Thank you very much for tuning in to Mulaqat with Sukhi Bart. Thank you to Benny Dhaliwal. Thank you to Taz. But before they go, Taz is going to give me his little lyrics and Benny's going to give me Range Rover. Is that right? Is that okay?
Yeah,
hey, there's a bit of a collaboration. No, you didn't give me the new one. You just gave me that little... Listen, I've got to have that Cockney accent coming out, okay? So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to the Brit Asia team. Thank you to you for watching as well. So here's Taz first, with a couple of lines of his, and then Benny's going to take it over with the Range Rover, and I'm going to go and pick up my kids.
Okay, I'll do a bit of a yarn, and it goes... Listen, you could be whatever you want as long as you don't hurt nobody in return. Always stay grounded and know where you came from, then everything's blessed. You got nothing to be afraid of. This world takes more than it gives ya. Pointing your failures out like a splinter. Be strong when it all starts to hit ya. Live like a king and let everybody rinse ya. Don't be chasing the money or the cars. Whatever's in your kismet's been written in the stars. Rich or broke, it don't matter what you are. As long as your iman is alive in your heart. Be grateful for every little that you get. Listen to your heart more times than your head. Don't be giving up before you even tried. Celebrate life and live before you die.
Whoop, whoop. That's your turn.
Oh, just looking at about the cars then. My Range Rover go like
It's your turn, Range Rover.
रब दी होट कम आई जांदा लोट तायो बैनी तेरा करी जांदा कहर नहीं दो ने टकाने बस मित्तरां दे पक्के पहला संगरूर दूजा नवा शहर नहीं ओ तेरा घुम्मण पराना बिलो पापी नहीं हर ताई कोई मचदा हर रेंज रोवरां च घुम्मे तेरा यार नहीं हो लेंस सानू कौन पुछदा